What's up, people? Welcome back to another Fractured Daydream video. This time I'm gonna go over Alice option build. So yeah, I already talked about a few other characters a while ago, so now I'm gonna talk about some more characters with different varieties that you guys can use. Like I say, I'm only gonna do characters that are already maxed out, and some of them I'm only gonna talk about, somewhat of like different builds, but not necessarily just one build. Other than that, I mean, do I really want to level up any more characters in this game? Not really, to be honest. It's already as difficult it is to find people to play, and I don't really have the motivation to really try and to get every character's max level. I mean, I'm only missing like 7 for all 21 characters max level. I mean, max them out is pretty easy. It's just that getting gears for them to set them up might take a while, and for some of these characters I might not ever use them, so therefore I'm not gonna max them out. But I am going to go over that characters I already have, and so yeah, let's go over. Like I said, this video will be Alice. For Alice, you need a couple things, very specific. One is a legendary weapon and her effect that has to have tornadoes on it. And second thing, an accessory with unique skill charge speed up. This will help her a lot because with Alice setup, you really want to spam her L1 with her sword skills. You gotta use her enhanced armament and then use that will enlarge her AoEs with her sword skill, make much more hits and more damage and etc. So you're really gonna. It's similar to Yu-Gi-Oh. You kind of need to spam L1, but Yu-Gi-Oh is much faster when it comes to charge. But they did buff her, like I said, 10%. So with a unique skill speed charge up, it'd be even faster, and it certainly makes it easier to use her. So Alice is a very fun character. I mean, a lot of people use her, but what you really need to look for, like I say, just one per each element. Or like I say, if you don't care about elements, it doesn't matter what classes you're using or what character you're using. Just do a non-elemental, then just put on like crit raise or something. Then you're set. Then you don't ever need to change anything. Like that's only if you don't care about DPS. If you care about DPS, then you gotta farm each element for these characters in general. I mean, like I say, in terms of special effects, it's really just the matching elements or crit rate. That's about it. Like, I don't really recommend too much. You can put elemental damage, but that's matching element really. I mean, there's no differences. What difference is like fire weakness is not this for this particular. You get like 10% rather than 9% with elemental. But some characters' skills, they don't always do the same element as the weapon that you pick. So it could be useful for elemental, but that's only for that specific skill. So other than that, just one of each type. Make sure to have tornadoes on for this particular build that I'm going to talk about. Like I say, other than that, the ring is pretty simple. Like I said, just crit rates, level 5 if you can, but if you really can, then just use whatever you want to use, no big deal. Second ring, unique skill charge speed up. This is the most important one. So other than that, if you're gonna put on, since this extreme, you don't really need Notify's stun at all. You could probably replace it with max HP level 5, but I didn't bother to take it off, just put on another one. Therefore, it's whatever. But you can get any levels you want. If you want to do the extreme, 130 might be okay, but even without 130, I mean, I'm still fine. I mean, as long as one or the other two accessories I have somewhat of leveled up, so that way I get some extra HP. Outside of that, that's pretty much it for the second accessory. And then the last accessory, it's the same. Like I said, not that much differences. I would replace this one thing. I haven't replaced it yet. I would keep just one event skill cooldown level 5 and then put XP at level 5. Like that way you can level up a little bit faster in a match It's really important. Sometimes fighting the extreme boss, like right off the back, you can get extra XP, so you can unlock 2 sword skills right off the back. And then just event skill instant cooldown on level 5 if you have it. That's like 20%. Just keep 1 of each. And then, yeah. And then if you want DPS, just go with a 5%. Then that should do it. Outside of that, this new accessory that from the EX raids, I don't really find it useful that much. Yes, it is powerful, but the thing is, if you can't kill the... I think the duration is about like a couple minutes per crystal. If you go down, it resets, so you're gonna have to use another one. It's gonna remove 30% of healing, so you only get like tiny bit of healing. Even with the other healing efficiency with like 50% thing, if you barely get enough heal. So therefore, this will be really useful if you want to do like lower stuff that you can kill it pretty fast. If you fight anything longer than 3 crystals duration, 4 crystals duration max for 2 minutes, it's not a good gamble at all. Like I say, it's an okay accessory. If you can kill something fast, that would be useful, but outside of that, I stick with that. Or you can use the 20% attack and 25% HP lower. That's that. Outside of that, like I say, there's not many varieties in this game. Like, all these characters I'm gonna talk about is pretty much similar stuff. I mean, that's really it. That's the sad part about this game. It's just, no matter how you change, you're gonna go back to the same thing, regardless. So I'm not gonna spend too much time on explaining on each setup that much. So passive skill, Fly Master, Guts, no differences. You can always switch to other things, like if you have the DLC, you can put on Am's passive for the destructible parts, which will give you a little bit more damage. Outside of that, like whatever you want to choose, like Death Guns or Overfitting is actually good from Vuka. Like it's gonna give you crit damage and damage against weaknesses, but you take more damage. Just be aware that if you're going to use on T4 and Extreme Rate, you are going to take more damage if you want to trade for more damage that you want to do against enemies. Outside of that, just the same as any other characters. Feel free to swap them. I don't want to include the DLC that much. Like I say, even in the future, like I say, I don't know if I want to get the DLCs because they're not DLCs to me. They're just characters for very high prices, and I'm not gonna just pay just to get these passive, even if they are OP. I am gonna talk about just basic passives because you don't really, for people that don't want to buy the DLC, they don't have to. It's not a pay to win. So like you want to buy these OP passives if it does comes out, but like I say, I like just the original stuff. I mean, it works just fine, and like I say, you don't really need to invest too much and spend too much time on these characters and builds just to get ready for the next season, etc. So other than that, that's pretty much it for Alice. Just make sure you get the tornado and the unique skill. Those two effects, it's really, really important. That's really the setup for Alice. Like, that's the most like optimized you can probably get to have fun with Alice. But outside of that, it takes a while to get those effects, like I say. That's the only problem. But yeah, anyway, hope you guys enjoy it. Until next time.